In Las Gaviotas, Pauli and his team created the first self-sufficient hospital. Self-sufficient in water, food, and energy. 24 beds, $400,000. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Expose the children, don't impose anything. Reach out to the children, don't teach them anything. And when you have the great examples around, it's going to be possible to inspire them. Inspire them beyond our imagination. We're trying to have respect for local culture. You will find here a series of the stories that I've written in 27 languages. It's necessary to reach out to the different languages. The last language we should be speaking in today is English. We should be speaking the languages of the people. Anyone who's in marketing knows that a good marketeer only speaks the language of the client. And the client, in most parts of the world, does not speak English. Therefore, we have to be able to speak other languages. We have produced, for example, a story on the buffalo, the bison. And of course, the first language you publish this into is Tiwa. Because Tiwa was the language of the Native Americans. They have, after 3 years of consultation, agreed for the first time to have one of their stories translated into their language, which is one of the greatest honors I could ever get. What we need is academic knowledge, understand the science. How come we only teach the children how the apple comes down? Through the law of gravity. And no one bothers to explain to the children how the apple got up in the first place. Please, accept that the moon plays a critical role in getting the apple up. It's not just osmosis. Please accept that temperature differences between the leaves and the roots are critical to have the water get up in the tree, the nutrients to flow through the tree. We never teach the child at the same time the law of gravity and how the apple gets up. It's normal that we're not sustainable in the way we think, because we've never been taught the system as such. Therefore, I designed a series of fairy tales, translating the work of about 1,000 scientists who work with me, and I'd like to recognize Jorge Reynolds, who's here with us here today. He's one of the inventors of the pacemaker. He's doing the key research on whales and how the heart of the whale is pumping 1,000 liters every pulse using 6 volts. Anyone in engineering around here? Let's get the pump engineers to the front of the room and ask them if they could imagine a pump that pumps 1,000 liters every pulse with 6 volts. If they don't, send them out with Jorge to watch the whales. And then you reflect on your own heart that is pumping, well, approximately 500 gallons of blood every day, using 0.03 volts. That is amazing. But you can only do it because you have a balanced food. And if we're doing good food all the time, we will have our heart pumping for 70 years, hopefully without maintenance. We have programs with children in Japan, in Sao Paulo, in Porto Alegre, in Zimbabwe, where children eat a banana. They eat an egg, and then they mix the banana peel and the eggshell, and they put in a voltmeter, and to their great surprise, they are generating electricity, just like their body does. Ask them what they think about recycling batteries. They think it's stupid. They think it's outdated. They think it has no future. What we're in need of is to be able to imagine a world that is so fantastic that it sounds like fantasy. A world we cannot imagine ourselves. But when we have this world of great fantasy before us, we should know that all of that can be done and implemented as long as we're prepared to learn and to dream. And what we wish to do is to make certain that all of us, adults or not, young or not, but those who have the spirit in their heart to be able to go beyond their dreams, to to realize those dreams, and therefore to never stop dreaming. The program, the decade of education for sustainable development, has to be super ambitious. I want to get away from the language of the UN. I want to get into the language of the Vodafones, the Nestlés, etc. They reach every day approximately 3 billion people. We can do the same and better, because we don't sell rubbish, we can sell in quality. And if the money that's made is being reinvested in what we're doing, we're having an exponential, positive, and happy world. I think we have to start dreaming again. But we have to dream now, because those who have no dreams are most likely asleep. Thank you.
Dr. Pauli, thank you for those.